Democrat governors from California, Illinois, New York, New Jersey, they're spending state taxpayer money to resist Trump, not fixing their own state's numerous problems. Joining us now, Julian Epstein. Julian has 15 years of Capitol Hill experience. He served as a former chief counsel for House Judiciary during the Clinton impeachment. Julian, great to have you back on. What do you make of this, Julian? Are they all posturing for a run for the White House in 2028, trying to stay relevant here? What was your take when you heard about it?
Well, good evening. Thanks for having me, Liz. And yes, it does feel like it's posturing, and it's almost like an SNL routine here. I mean, opposition politics is fine, but you've got to have some purpose to it. And I don't think any of these governors can identify what is the specific threat that they're mobilizing to fight. For example, Trump and the Republicans have made clear they don't intend to do anything at the federal level on abortion. But this just feels like the same old trolling, tear down the other side, resist 2.0 politics that is more about the self-exaltation of politicians than doing anything that the voters really care about. I mean, if you look at what Republicans did in every demographic, but particularly with working class voters, they channeled their anxieties about things like unfair trade, automation, immigration, opioids, crime in the streets, and they got to work on that. And rather than sort of trying to do better than the Republicans on those issues, all the Democrats seem to be serving up right now is all this ad hominem, Trump is a bad guy, and aren't we going to be the sort of the morality police in pushing back on him? And voters aren't buying that. So it just feels to me that Democrats are doubling down on dumb.
Okay, this comes off, as critics have saying, as totally useless elitism. You know, Senator Marco Rubio was asked about this. He said, resistance to what? A resistance to the American voter? You know, why are they focusing on this? Inflation and crime are at record levels in their states. Reportedly, more than 150,000 gang members in Chicago, Illinois. We got gangs in California, New York, New Jersey. Shootings are through the roof. Children are being shot. Meanwhile, no president has tried to break the law and flout the law more than Joe Biden. On the border, he sued Texas and Arizona, collapsed the border. He broke the law with his illegal, unconstitutional student loan bailout. That's what the Supreme Court ruled. And, you know, his family, they made $34 million selling government influence under the Obama White House.
Well, it just feels like the Democrats are not getting the message of the last election, which you and I have talked about. Voters in very strong majorities reject what the Democratic Party has been about on the economy and on all the cultural issues of crime and immigration. And it just feels like they're not getting that message, and they are still beholden to a very small activist intersectional left group that wants to protest, that wants to moralize, rather than wants to build, because it's a lot easier to tear things down than it is to build. But that's the lesson that Democrats just don't seem to be learning.
Interesting analysis from Julian Epstein. Pleasure to see you again, Julian. Thank you so much.